Hey everyone. So when I was at work the other day, it was about 2 days ago, one of my coworkers asked me, do I invest in stocks? And so my answer was yes, I do. And I am a dividend stock investor, as you all know from watching my channel. However, one thing I wanted to cover today was drip investing. So what is drip investing? And that's a great question. So drip investing is essentially when you get a dividend from your company, you're reapplying that same dividend to that company. So essentially, let's say I have 99% of a share of Apple, and Apple pays me a dividend based on that percentage that I own of one share. That dividend is now put back into the company. And let's say I now own one whole share of Apple stock. So drip investing can be very, very great because it allows you to buy fractionally into companies. Now, there are certain companies that allow drip investing, like Vanguard, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, and many others. Again, I used to use Robinhood, and I still am an advocate for Robinhood if you use it for the right reasons. However, Robinhood can be a gateway into other things like options trading, swing trading, day trading, which I don't advocate for, and I will tell you to invest at your own risk, right? However, I'll tell you the brokerage that I use. I use M1 Finance. And the one thing I don't like about M1 Finance is that when a stock is down, basically it will reinvest my dividends into that company instead of really putting that towards the company that paid me the dividend, it going back to those specific companies. So let's say I am heavily invested in a stock that's been going down for the last 10 months. It keeps going down. So that means I'm buying more and more and more to get back to that percentage threshold in which I wanted it at in the first place. So let's say I have Apple at 5%. I have Nike at 2%, which I think is actually accurate in my portfolio. Let's say Nike is tanking. And if Nike keeps tanking, I'm going to keep reinvesting into Nike instead of the other 30 companies in my portfolio. I literally have 31 companies in my portfolio. So that means that Nike is eating up the lion's share of the dividends that I am gaining. So I would like a more even distribution and not always have it being reinvested into the companies that are not performing well. Now, this can be a good strategy because let's say you invest in ETFs like S&P 500, VOO, NOBL, even NSA or O shares. If you're investing into these ETFs, when they're down, those are great opportunities because they're heavily discounted and you know that they will go up further down the line. However, when it's a specific company like what I invest in, you don't necessarily want to invest for 10 months straight in the same companies. But again, you're buying these companies because you believe in them. So that should not be an issue unless you have a problem with investing in the right companies for yourself. So again, I think Robinhood is a great asset because you can drip it into the same companies, which I would say is a more simplified way of doing things rather than saying, you know what, let me raise this percentage or let me lower this percentage down because I don't want to invest anymore in XYZ company and I want more of my money to go towards this company instead. So right now, Tesla's been tanking a lot. Tesla's been tanking. And I know that with all these green initiatives, with Tesla continuing to expand, the more facilities they build, the more stuff that they do, me buying into Tesla as it continues to tank is only going to benefit me in the future when They open up another gigafactory in Europe, right? That's their next motive, is to open up a factory in Europe. And then how about another factory in the U.S., right? As soon as they get another one in the U.S., with more people investing in them, with people having company 401ks, things like that, reinvesting into the stock, I mean, all of that is going to be a byproduct for the amount that I've invested to only go up significantly and multiply again and again and again and again. So as I look at that, I'm saying, okay, let me buy that dip. Let me buy that dip. But again, back to drip investing, you can kind of basically structure where that dividends is going. Whereas with my investing, I'm just investing in the companies that are not doing as well right now, in order to boost them up so that when they are doing well, I can benefit from the discounted purchases that I was making. Another thing about drip is that it's fractional shares, like I said before. So a lot of these companies that do drip investing are going to have fractional shares available to you. And with those fractional shares, you don't have to purchase a full company. You don't got to look at Amazon stock at $1,700 and say, I can't afford that. Yes, you can. You can afford a tenth of that stock. And that's $170. So go ahead and purchase that. And now you own a fraction of Amazon stock. You don't have to look at it from the perspective of, I need to have one whole share of it. And I've seen people go down the rabbit hole of buying bad companies just because it was cheaper, just so that they can say, I have 20 shares of AT&T. I have 100 shares of Ford. What's 100 shares of Ford going to do for you? You know? So I'd rather have a tenth of an Amazon stock than 100 shares of Ford. And that's just my honest opinion. But I am not your financial advisor. I'm just an average person on YouTube. And you should take everything I say with a grain of salt. But again, do not be afraid to simply buy a fraction of a good company rather than a whole of a bad company, right? So this is what I'm truly an advocate for. And so with that, drip investing, dividend invested, if you're interested in that, please subscribe to my channel for more content on that. And I'll be sure to talk about whatever you are more interested in. So comment down below what you would like to see, what you would like to hear. And if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.